Welcome back to the latest edition of Fighting Talk Wales. Big thanks to our sponsor, Demon Shields, whose logo you can see in the front there. The main and leading manufacturer of gum shields across Wales for combat sports and any physical contact sports. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter. Get in contact with them if you need any gum shield needs. On today's show, myself and John are going to be talking about the recent professional boxing shows we've had in Wales, in Merthyr and in Newport, and also about Robbie Turley's fight up in the north of England. And we're going to be showing you some of the interviews we shot at those shows. So first off, John, we'll start with the Dai Davies in Merthyr. You were there ringside taking pictures. What do you think of his performance?
Great performance. Dai boxing really well behind the jab. I would like to have seen him throwing the right hand a bit more, because he was throwing up the jab, which is all he needed to do really. Going down to the body, but he wasn't really throwing much of a right hand, and I think the opponent gathered that and he kept on walking forward, whereas if he was throwing that right hand a bit more, he would have made him a bit more wary. But he did what he had to do. I thought he looked good.
Yeah, I think Dai was just, I think he probably knew he wasn't going to stop this guy, so he's just content just to outbox him, and some real good boxing moves I think during the fight, and got the win. He had a cut in the first round, but didn't let it bother him. His experience showed, so that was a good win for Dai. And
good win, yeah. Great footwork. Kept busy for 8 rounds on the go, so it shows he's still got a good engine.
And also an amazing turnout crowd-wise.
Brilliant.
The show was absolutely packed. When I was walking in, I was a little bit late. But I was walking in, the queue was literally out the door.
Yeah.
The amazing turn of the fans for Dai, and he's a really nice guy, and it's good to see the fans get behind him.
He is one of the nicest guys on the circuit, and he's always appreciates when you give him a little shout out or give him an interview, because he hasn't had any of this over the last few years. But great performance from Dai Davies.
Yes, and I managed to catch up with Dai immediately after the fight, so let's cut to that interview. Congratulations on the win tonight, Dai. Won every single round. How do you feel your performance?
I felt the box outstanding. I knew the boy was going to be a tough boy coming forward. I had a looking big swinger, so I stuck to my boxing, went back to my basic boxing, and just kept picking him off. I didn't need to get involved. I thought if I get involved, I go into his territory. So I just done what I done best, in and out. I felt comfortable in it. To be honest with you, I broke a sweat, but it was I was in control. You know what I mean? It was good.
You picked up a bit of a nick over your left eye in the first round, I think. Were you worried about that at any point?
Well, no, because of experience. Like I've said, I've had a couple of cuts within the past, and I felt it, going. It was a clash of heads and a little nick, and I thought, you know what I mean? I'm in for a night of it. But I just stuck to my boxing, cracked on. You know what I mean? And showed my true potential, because my record don't speak to what I'm capable of doing, because I've always been on the road. But people don't know it, but now people are seeing as I'm fighting in my own town, and all the fans, they are unbelievable. Like I said, I can't thank everybody enough. That's why I'm going around everybody having photos, because appreciation, you know what I mean? It's hard to sell tickets these days, but I gotta say, wherever I go, they always do me proud.
And the support you had tonight was amazing. The place is absolutely packed. How much does that inspire you, and keep you working hard and training when the fights get tough? Maybe not particularly in this fight, but in other tougher fights.
Well, like I said, if you look at it, right, he had a better record than me, but obviously, they had him as a journeyman. But that's my first ever journeyman I've ever fought. I've always fought top prospects, a couple of world champions like Andrew Selby and stuff like that. I had a bad patch, 1 or 2 years in my career where I lost on a bounce, but I started believing in myself now, and with this crowd and the tickets, it wasn't hard selling them. I only put it on Facebook, and we didn't have no press conference. This place, it wouldn't have been big enough. I tell you, it was phenomenal, and it's another night I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
What's changed in yourself, in your mindset, and your outlook towards boxing from the Dai Davies of maybe 3 or 4 years ago when you were on the road? What's changed with you?
Well, obviously with experience, but I'm starting to believe in myself. I'm starting to show. I sat back about 3 years ago when I was on a run. I thought, Dai, you're either going to do it now or you're not. You're either going to be sitting there and regretting it for the rest of your life. Like my old trainer Johnny Gamble used to say, Dai, you don't want to be sitting there thinking you should have done it, should have done that. So, well, like I said, I added, we got Jason Thomas on board now with Dai Garner experience, plus with the team. I got good boys around me sparring, and with a belief in my family and stuff like that all behind me, and with a crowd, is rooting me on. I've always wanted to fight for something major. That's my goal, and I don't feel as far away now. Well, I fought Josh Whale. I got robbed up there. I didn't lose a fight, but that was for Eliminator. But I just want a fair crack at the whip now. I tell you, one chance, I don't care who it is. I'm taking one.
So, have you been given any indication by your management where the next step is?
Well, they are on about 1 or 2 shows back in here, but obviously I'll have to go back, and then we'll have a talk. Like I say, I'll have 1 or 2 days out of the gym. I'll be back in the gym. I'm not going to leave this form going now, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to go off. I'll just have 1 or 2 days, and I'll be back on the road, back working like I always do on the scaffolding. It's something I've always done. But unfortunately, I'm not one of them type of people. Like, you've got big sponsors that can constantly train all the time. But never change the sports, because all I can do is just keep go in, keep showing what I'm capable of doing, and hopefully just keep plugging away to get a chance of British or Commonwealth title.
Ideally, if you were a promoter in an ideal world, what would your next fight be, or next couple of fights?
Well, just try and get if I can get Commonwealth or British, let's go and get it. No, like I said, I'm 33. I'm no young spring chicken, but I feel I keep myself in shape. I don't abuse myself. I'm always in the gym. You can ask a lot of people. You go with Dies, I'm always in the gym, training hard, working hard, doing my stuff. And I just whatever, I just keep plodding, keep learning new things. I also teach your kids as well, just give something back. But yeah, just great.
Fair comments there, John from Dai?
Yeah, like he said, he didn't really get involved. He didn't have to. He done what he had to do, and it's true, really, isn't it?
I think it was interesting what he said about how his mindset is different from perhaps a few years ago, where he sort of believes in himself and he sees himself as a contender now, rather than just a stepping stone for somebody else, which is great. Because like I said, Dai is such a great guy, such a lovely guy.
And this, that's reflected in his last couple of performances.
Yeah, another fight on the bill. Well, the main support, which on paper I think I expected to be the best fight tonight, was Tony Dixon. But as it turns out, he just blasted the guy out of one round.
On paper, I wasn't fancying the fight, to be honest. Tony was stepping up a weight at short notice again. He was in with a 50-50 boy, but the boy he was fighting, most of his wins were knockouts as well. So I was thinking this is going to be, I
think he was a Southern Area champion as well.
Yeah, former Southern Area champion twice, I think. I just thought it was going to be maybe a step too soon. But and when I seen the photos of the weigh-in, normally when you see the photos of a weigh-in with Tony Dixon, he's the much bigger boy, because that is one of his main advantages, is being so big at the weight. Yeah. But this wasn't the case, and I was slightly concerned that Tony might have been out of his depth. But
no, it was great to see, and it was great to see he's got the power as well, even though he's out a weight division above his natural weight. He still got Kaiser the power there.
Yeah, but I'd still like to see him go back down to welter, because you want to try and use every advantage you can, and being big at the welter is one of his main advantages. But he boxed well. Only, I don't know, probably two and a half minutes, was it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Didn't get to really see the best of him, but like you said, shows he got the power. And
a great win. Hopefully, move on to bigger and better things. I'm sure with an exciting win like that, you'll have plenty of fans, build his fan base.
Yeah, definitely. I think he sells quite a few tickets and tables local, and more people are getting to know him now. His name is getting out there, and with exciting performances like that, it's just going to get bigger and better.
Let's see what Tony had to say after the fight. Tony, you just had a first round victory. I don't think any of us were expecting such a dramatic, devastating win. Can you just talk us through the fight?
I was just boxing as normal, and I felt like I hit him with one nice punch, and just carried on with it. I know I'd hurt him when he'd gone down, but I was there ready for him to come back in, and I had a lot more to give. But obviously you get adrenaline rush and stuff, and I won. I put him with some nice shots.
Were you expecting the fight before the fight? What type of sort of plan did you have going into the contest?
Just box as normal, really. It was an hard contest, really. do you know what I mean? I thought I was doing an 8-rounder tonight, so I've trained hard. Obviously I've gone up weight. Only for this fight I'm going back down. I won't be fighting for the belt, for this belt, I don't think, again, like, but I would be fighting for other belts at 10-7 at welterweight. But I've had 2 knockouts at this weight. Like, I could stay at this weight, you know, but I don't know. I just go down, go back down.
Can you just show us the belt there? Show us your. So what did it feel like when you got the knockout and the referee waved the fight off?
I wasn't expecting it, but
all the fans are going crazy and
I wasn't expecting
atmosphere.
it. I caught him with some nice shots, and I started enjoying it. You know, it's like, and then I was waiting. I was hoping that he'd get back up in a way. You know I won, like, but it's nice to get some more rounds in as well, like, to me. But I enjoyed it.
What does all the fan support mean to you? You know, great turnout tonight.
Brilliant, yeah, because everyone helps me, do you know what I mean? And obviously I go to work and stuff, but these fans, they put me out there, like, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it.
And then what's next in your plans for your boxing career?
More titles and see how we go off from here. But yeah, I'm ready.
Tidy little interview there with Tony Dixon, Key. Surprised you actually managed to keep a straight face on him when he's normally laughing. But yeah, what he said was, he's going to go back down in weight. I think that's the right move.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I know it's difficult for promoters to make fights, and it's good when you got guys like Tony who's willing to maybe go up a weight to make a fight happen. Because if he wasn't willing to go up the weight, then perhaps he might not have boxed on the night. So, but ideally, yeah, he needs to be boxing at welterweight. And it was good to hear Tony giving a realistic assessment and saying he's going to drop back down. Yeah, and I think we'll all be looking forward to watching Tony fight again, because it was a good, exciting performance.
Definitely, always look forward to seeing Dixon fight then.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed actually on the interview, he seemed a little bit disappointed that the fight didn't go a little bit longer. I think he was still had plenty of energy left. He was still raring to go.
Yeah, well, he was just warming up, wasn't he?
Yeah. Also on the bill was Wales's big heavyweight. Dorian Darch was fighting I think a Polish import called Punev, I think his name was. I may have pronounced that wrong. It was a tough fight, but I mean Dorian dominated the fight. It was probably the most patient performance I've ever seen from Dorian Darch in terms of using boxing skills and trying to use his jab a bit. I mean, the opponent, the Polish fighter, he didn't offer much in terms of aggression or attacking, so it was difficult for Dorian to break him down.
From the start, when I seen his opponent, I thought he was going to be over within the first round, but it's so easy to look at these journeymen and think, oh, this will be over soon, but they are so tough. Like you said, they're difficult to look good against. He was there to survive, really, and that's what he done. But yeah, there's a fair comment saying that you never seen him look so patient, because normally you get a bit frustrated and he's rushing in, but yeah, it was nice to see him boxing with this jab, and I think that's down to Chris Davis. Yeah,
I think that's what Chris is trying to do with Dorian, make him think about his boxing a little bit more, rather than just be totally slam bam style which he's had in the past. Because I don't think Dorian's got the sort of one punch knockout power to fight the style he used to fight. He's the type of guy who I think he'd be better off boxing a little bit, and then the knockouts may come.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good performance by Dorian, good solid performance. Had a bit of a cut on the top of his head, but didn't really let it affect him. I mean, a few times I think Dorian went back to ways of old, just to try to just load up on every single punch. But like I said, I mean, Dorian, I think it would be a lot better if he boxes and the knockouts may come, rather than trying to look for the knockout, because he hasn't got a big enough one-punch knockout power, I don't think.
And another thing, he was looking in great shape as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he said in the interview we'll be watching a bit now, he said that he actually lost, I think it was half a stone from his previous fight.
Yeah.
So that's great. I mean, the lighter you are, the better in shape you are. Obviously, the more effective you are, and better endurance and stamina.
And there was another 6 rounds under his belt.
Yeah.
So it's showing that he has got the engine there, which for me is good, because I still want to see him fight for this, the Welsh title. I know he said he's not a 10-round fighter, but he's shown he can go 6 rounds, and I don't think whoever he's fighting for the Welsh is going to go 10 rounds anyway.
No, I think the Welsh heavyweight title fight is a fight we'd all love to see.
Yeah.
So I interviewed Dorian after the fight, so we'll just cut the interview and see what Dorian had to say.
Tough guy, come to fight, but caught me with a headbutt. I knew all he had is uppercuts and left hook. In all fairness, he did catch me with a few left hooks. Never troubled me. I was worried a bit, if I'm truthful, about the 6 rounds, so I was frightened to go at him. But when I did go at him, I thought I'd done much better than him. But I just got to get the confidence in myself that I can do the 6 rounds. I'm much fitter. I've lost like 7 pounds from my last fight, so next time now, hopefully I'll be able to throw a lot more. My defence was a bit better. I thought I would gun-o, but I'm just improved now, hopefully.
What sort of advice was your new trainer, Chris Davies, giving you in between the rounds?
Good advice in all fairness, telling me that's all he got is a left hook and uppercut. As long as I don't overcommit to my jab, he's not going to catch me with the uppercut. His left hook caught me once or twice, but there was nothing in it, so I don't know. The boys he knocked out in Bulgaria must have just been skinnier than him. But he caught me a few times with the head. I don't know how bad the cut is, but it didn't bother me during the fight. So the win is all that matters. 3 on the trot now. Try and step it up now. Hopefully my work rate is what I didn't think was there tonight. But I'm not blowing. It's just up here rather than in here. Like.
Are you trying to box a little bit more than as opposed in the past? I've seen you box and you tend to go out and try to blast guys out. Now you seem a little bit more patient.
Yeah, patience, that's what I'm learning. Just poke the jab out rather than throw everything into every jab, which enabled me to do the 6 rounds where I would never be able to do the 6 before. And in all fairness, I used to train with Pebbles. Pebbles didn't, because we were mates, I didn't used to feel obliged to run and things, but now I've got to do it. I've got to prove that I've been for the runs, and that's the difference in my fitness, that's all. My shot throwing and everything is the same. My defence is better, and I'm not lunging into my shot so much, but it's the fitness more than anything.
And you seem to be, there's a lot of thought to your boxing now.
I don't think I'm outside judges now, just winging punches in. I'm thinking what he's throwing and what to come back with and looking for the openings. I got through right hooks to the body a few times there, and they landed a few times. But I can see, instead of just he's on the ropes, and I'm just into him, I'm thinking what's there like to be thrown.
I mean, how tough a guy was that? You've hit him with some great body shots, you wind him a few times.
He had a lot to cover his ribs and all fairness. Same that as you. But like I said, this boy's no bum, because I've watched him he's won on Eurosport, the bigger is better. I don't know if you've seen that tournament, like K1 and kickboxers. He's won that tournament twice, which doesn't show in his record, which is 6 wins, you know what I mean? And he's 2-1, and the boy who beat him 60-54, same as I did, but the boy is 11-0 now, so he's a tough guy, like, durable.
What's next, boxing wise for yourself?
Just keep on. Like I said, I don't stay in the gym because I got a baby and a missus. I'll have 4 or 5 weeks off now, spend a bit of time with the family, and then come back and look. I don't want to fight people who've won 5, lost 20 no more, you know what I mean? I want to, even though he's a journeyman, I give him that, but he's a journeyman who comes to fucking win, you know what I mean? I want to be facing 2 or 3 more of them now, and then a step up. I know I normally get beat when I step up, but I just want to try, you know what I mean?
Fair comments there by Dorian, Ciaran?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, he's obviously got a new trainer, so he's doing things slightly differently, and it's bringing benefits, as he says there, with his boxing, and he's more patient, with a thought. Obviously he's feeling a lot more confident with his fitness as well, which is obviously vitally important. And as you said before we watched the interview there, it'd be great if he got the stage, we'd be happy to do 10 rounds and we get this Welsh title active, because the Welsh title hasn't been fought for, the Welsh heavyweight title hasn't been fought for so long. It'd be good to see Dorian in with from Swansea, Darren Morgan, sorry, yeah, and Harry Miles is on about fighting at heavyweight, so it'd be good to see the heavyweight title fight with Dorian and one of those guys.
I know Harry said he's going to come back down to cruiser now if he can make a comeback, so I don't think that fight's going to happen. But you know,
well, you never know, do you?
The beast from the east, Darren Morgan and Darch would be a great fight.
Yeah, definitely. Also on that bill was Morgan Jones fighting. What's his name now, John? His opponent?
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown, that's right. Well, probably an amazing performance by Morgan Jones, razor sharp. I mean, he's hurting the guy with jabs right from the first round.
Yeah.
I mean, you were closer than anyone to the action, taking pictures. What do you think?
Brilliant, yeah. He's definitely got to be one of Wales's top prospects. I know David Owen, now writer for Boxing Media, he's written an article on him as one of the top prospects, and I couldn't agree more. I think he is going to be something special. he's only young, was he 22, something like that?
Yeah, only youngster.
Great, solid performance.
And he just looked so composed, and he didn't really look like he was out of second gear in that fight.
No.
Just the way he moved around the ring and picked his shots, really good.
I remember after the fight, I remember him shouting to a couple of his fans saying, I just make it look easy. It's not easy, I just make it look easy, which is right, really.
Probably a fair statement,
yeah. Because it's not easy, but he did make it look easy.
Yeah.
Looking forward to see more of him.
Yeah. Also down the bill, Richie Cannon from Bridgend. He was in a tough fight against a journeyman, which ended with a 4-round draw, which I think I don't think Richie fought his best fight. Draw is probably a fair result.
It is a fair result. I was speaking to his dad on the weekend, and I said, he said it was close. I said, yeah, it was close, but it is actually nice to see that it was a fair result, because any other time that could have went to Richie, but it really was a draw. And another thing with that fight, I know he was in with a journeyman who was having his 100th fight, hadn't won hardly any, but somebody who's having their 100th fight, I imagine they want to win that as much as they want to win their first fight.
Yeah.
So I think, imagine he put everything into that fight. But I still think Richie done well.
Yeah, I mean, Richie, he seemed. I was sitting next to David, you mentioned there, during the fight, and we were watching the fight, and Richie was open to so many right hands. He seemed like the guy. He wasn't a particularly good, even a good right hand. It was just a looping shot.
Yeah.
And he seemed to catch Richie so many times with it. But I mean, hopefully Richie will be able to learn from the mistakes in that fight.
Yeah.
And I mean, why not have a rematch with that guy again?
Fights like that, they are great learning fights.
Yeah.
And they say you take more from a loss. It wasn't a loss, but
it was a small setback. But yeah, perhaps he learned from that, realise how serious a game, how tough a game boxing is, and hopefully he'll be able to come back improved in the next fight.
But he's definitely got potential. Another good lad.
The opening bout of the night was Kyle Jones against Fons Alexander, over 4 rounds. What a great fight that was.
Brilliant fight, wasn't it? Yeah. Fair play. I think Kyle had him down in, was it the second round?
I think it was the third, was it?
The second or third round. And then he had Kyle down there.
Yeah, and Kyle was hurt in the last round. He was hurt a couple of times, apart from the knockdown.
Yeah, but with Kyle, I think he's a good talent, but he just waits a little bit too long for me, and corner shouting the instructions to him, and he doesn't really do it, which is slightly frustrating. But when he actually lets him go, he looks really good, and he has got the talent, but he just needs to be a little bit more busier. But he's still learning the game, isn't he? And
but I suppose this is the place to learn on these. That's I suppose the importance of tough journeymen who are willing to make a bit of a fight of it. So hopefully he'll learn a bit from that, and he'll realise the mistakes he's made. Same as Richie, and he'll take those mistakes forward and correct them the next time.
Well, you can see in his performances he's improving every fight, and as long as he keeps on moving forward, then he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, and for me personally, that was probably the fight of the last couple of weeks in Wales. Was probably the best fight of all of them in terms of just excitement, not necessarily technical. Obviously, there was mistakes made, but just for pure excitement. Especially that last round, I was so excited. I mean, because like I said, he's really hurt. I thought he looked really hurt.
Yeah, well,
he may tell you different if you asked him. Maybe he looks. Perhaps he was better. Wasn't as hurt as he appeared. Watching ringside, but no, really good fight. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean,
and it was good. It was funny when we were talking to Jason Cook on the last show. We were saying about journeyman and how important it is journeyman are to boxing, and about some journeymen come to fight. And some are just there basically to pick up a payday. But all the journeymen on the Merthyr show, they came to fight, and they made it tough work for the house fighters.
Yeah, if you've seen the card and you wouldn't have recognised any of the names from the journeyman, then you probably would have thought that it was going to be a boring show. But like you said, all them journeymen, they come to fight, and they made the show.
Yeah, and I mean,
they was all competitive fights.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a few rematches of those fights, especially the Jones fight and the Cannon fight.
Yeah.
Another professional show took place in Wales last week in Newport Centre. The original lineup was meant to be Craig Kennedy against Tony Conquest, and also the other headlining fight was Bradley Pryce against Dai Jones. Unfortunately, Conquest pulled out of the fight with an injury, which led to his retirement from boxing. And also Barry Jones pulled out of the fight with a chest infection, which is very disappointing for all the fans. I was really gutted when I read the press release. I think you texted me actually as soon as the press release came out. Really disappointing because I'm looking forward to both those fights.
Yeah.
But these things happen. Kennedy, both boxers still fought in the bill. Kennedy against a Polish opponent, beat him with a stoppage early on. Just a standard performance, which you'd expect really against a journeyman. Now Kennedy's looking at trying to get a British title shot, I believe.
Yeah. Kennedy's performance on the night, done what he had to do. Slightly concerned about, with Kennedy's boxing, when he's moving backwards, he leaves his chin out on the line, which I know he's proved that he's hard to hit because obviously, Courtney Fry and Waddy Camacho, they couldn't land on it, but I just worry, he's talks of him fighting Oval Mackenzie. If he steps back with that chin out and Mackenzie lands on that, then his body in times, but I'm sure he can, he is still improving. He has got great skills, and I'm sure he is more awkward than what he looks to it.
Yeah, you're right there, because he got a habit of sort of pulling out with pulling his head directly back rather than side to side. Yeah. Which is sort of worked for him up until now. Yeah. But of course, as you step up in standards, there's obviously a danger of getting caught, and when it's potentially fighting someone who punches as hard as Old Mackenzie, you don't get tagged by him. No, definitely not. If that fight is made, hopefully be in Wales. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think that's going to happen? Because Oval, no disrespect to Craig, but Oval is probably looking at trying to get another world title shot. So I'm surprised actually the board of control have allowed him to hold on to the British title. Yeah. You're probably right, but Oval, he likes to fight, doesn't he? And I'd surely take any fight. So I wouldn't be surprised if that fight can be made. Yeah, it'd be great if it could. I mean, that'd be the real acid test for Craig Kennedy. I mean, the atmosphere in that fight would be electric if that was to happen. I mean, the atmosphere in the Camacho rematch was good. Yeah. But I think. There's always a good atmosphere with Kennedy, and he got a fantastic fan base, and if he could get that British title, I think he'd be a bit of a superstar of Welsh boxing, really, because he sells so many tickets, and he's got a great personality, and I think let's hope the fight can be made, and let's hope it happens in Wales, and he hasn't got to travel for it. Definitely, but another good win for Craig. Not trying to disrespect him or anything like that, but just want to see him keep his hands up a bit more. Yeah. I mean, it's like watching Lennox Lewis. As he, stepping back with his hands down, just get their hands up, cover that chin, and see where he can go. Yeah, let's see what Craig had to say after the fight.
Yeah, congratulations on your win, Craig. Last minute change of opponent. But you got the win. How do you assess your performance?
I didn't really have time to get going properly. All the preparation has been a long camp, as you know. We've had a lot of bad luck, but I felt good in there. It was going to plan, picking him off, start off nice and sharp with a jab, and as the rounds went on, I was going to start sitting on my shots, and then obviously let him feel the power and see how he coped. But I hit him with a good shot. I believe it might have been a little right twisting uppercut. He turned his back on me, quite clearly didn't want to know. And until you're in there with me, you don't realise how hard I can hit with both hands. So, in credit to him, he lasted 3 rounds. So, on to the next.
How difficult is it for you and other professional boxers when there's when you're in a big fight, a career-defining fight, and then there's a last-minute change of opponent? How difficult is that for you to keep your mental discipline?
We're in a professional game, so you've got to be professional about it. It is what it is. It's a fight, and we obviously trained for conquest, but unfortunately we had a lot of bad luck in the last 2 months. So, we had to adjust. That's what good top professionals do. And as you've seen, I've done the business, 3 rounds, and the job was a good one.
So where's the next step now for Craig Kennedy?
Tonight, I'm going to have a curry, go back with the family, spend a bit of time, relax, as it goes for my career. To be totally honest with you, I leave that to my management. I like to just concentrate on training and fighting. So I think they got big plans for me. They tried announcing something to me the other day, but I like to take on one job at a time. So expect some big news in May.
And have we seen the best of Craig Kennedy yet?
No, definitely not. The better the opponent, the better I am. So when I get to fight these top cruiserweights in Britain, once and for all, I'll show you that I am the best cruiserweight in Britain, definitely.
And you made a dedication at the end of the fight then, you got a t-shirt on. Can you just say about the importance of that?
This is my good friend Simon Lewis and Simon Jr. They sadly passed away on New Year's Eve, so I dedicated this fight to him. All his family was here to join me today, so it meant a lot to me, his family. So again, I want to dedicate this fight to Simon and Simon Jr.
The main support fight on the night was Andrew Selby, Wales's superstar amateur boxer, and he fought Brett Theodore, a tough journeyman who had a few wins, and it turned out to be an excellent fight.
Brilliant fight. First of all, what we're going to say about Selby, I just think he's brilliant. You know, he just stands out that he's just a massive talent. His hand speed, his movement, his style, he's just I just think he can go all the way. I know it's early days, but at this early stage you can just see what a talent he is.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad he's turned over to the pro games, and I wish he'd done it 5 years ago. But it was a great fight. His opponent, not a bad boy actually. I mean, slicky opponent, you know, landing shots on Selby as well.
I think his opponent is probably a bit of a Dai Davies type of fighter, where his record is a lot better than. So he is a lot better than his record suggests.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great, it was a great fight. The stoppage, however, I thought it was slightly premature. I could have at least give him an 8 count, but Andrew was put on a few unanswered punches, but he wasn't. I didn't think that he was stunned or out on his feet or anything.
No.
So I thought it was slightly premature.
Yeah,
also, I think Andrew influenced the ref by just before the stoppage. He put in a little combination, and he turned his back and looked at the ref to say, are you going to stop it? And I think after the next combination, the ref thought, he is hurt, but
Is that Andrew just showing his experience, I suppose, maybe?
Yeah.
If you're able to get the referee to stop the fight for you, saves you any more work from yourself.
I see. Also, he obviously gets off his brother Lee. I've seen Lee do that once or twice. Say, come on, ref, he's had enough.
Yeah.
There was only ever going to be one winner, but we was in round 6. And could he have went on? I don't know, but I still think it was slightly premature stoppage.
Yeah, I agree. I was actually talking to Gareth Jones on the night, the Welsh boxing writer, about it, and I was saying I thought it was early, whereas Gareth was saying he thought the stoppage was correct.
Yeah.
I just think, it's boxing. He wasn't taking any big punches.
No.
Solid shots, but they weren't. Yeah. And you got to give us a chance. Yeah, of course, there is a danger of taking more punishment, but this is boxing. I mean, if there is going to be an element of danger, you are going to take punishment in boxing, whatever happens.
Yeah.
And if you're saying that you can't take any punishment in boxing, then in that case, then as soon as one boxer hits the other guy with a solid shot, stop the fight straight away.
Yeah.
If that happened, at the end of boxing. So boxing is the hurt business, they say.
That's it.
It's the fight game.
Yeah.
And that's it, unfortunately. That is the way boxing is.
Yeah, and he wasn't really that hurt or showing any indications or looking to his corner for a way out. He was in it all the way.
And I know I spoke to him after the fight briefly, and his coach, and they were both quite angry at the stoppage by the ref and disappointed. I think Andrew as well said that, and some of Andrew's team said they thought the fight was stopped early. So I mean,
you interviewed Andrew after the fight, Ciaran. Let's see what he had to say about it.
Congratulations on the win, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you.
How do you assess your performance tonight?
We knew he was going to be a very tough guy. He's knocked out his last 2 opponents, 10-0 and a 2-0. So I had to go in there, hands up, try and figure them out. And as you could see, I was getting better after 4 rounds because I was getting to him then, and he was tired in, and I was just getting fitter. It took me a couple of rounds to warm up to him.
In terms of some of your harder amateur fights, how would that fight rate in terms of toughness and the digging in to get the victory?
To be honest, it weren't so much as toughness. It was slippery. It was hard to land shots on him. And then when I did land one, he was gone. So I think he's studied me a bit, So.
And then the referee stopped the fight in the 6th round with him still on his feet. Do you think that was the right call? Do you think you'd have?
I think another round or two I would have dropped him body shots, I think, because I was hitting him body shots and I could see him wincing and he was getting tired. But give it to him, what a tough man. So it could have went either way. If he didn't stop it, I would have complained. But I did say to him after, I said the referee could have let you go on then. He just weren't listening to me, he was just a bit pissed off, I think.
What's next? There was talk of an elimination, but I understand that might not be happening now. So where's your career? What's the next fight?
Well, a mandatory fight for the British. Charlie Edwards won his final eliminator, and his manager said no, he's not. He's going to go a different route. So maybe down the line we're definitely going to meet, and maybe it's nice one, Drew. Maybe it's going to be for big money down the line. Yeah, if we both win good titles, then have a big showdown. And the O2, because flyweights don't really get exciting boxers, but me and Charlie are exciting, I think.
You've left the amateur game with a lot of hype and a lot of press attention that the flyweights don't normally get. A lot of smaller guys tend to get ignored a little bit. Yeah. You've come out to the amateur game with quite a lot of pressure on you. People making big, bold statements saying you'll be ready for a world title fight after perhaps as little as 10 fights. I mean, is that still an ambition? Is that still realistic, do you think?
I think, say 15, like 10's rushed it a bit, but I think I'm good enough to mix it with anyone in the world. It's just getting around it, learning the rounds of 12 rounds, because these tough Mexicans, I've sparred them and I've picked them off all day for 6 rounds, and then because it's in the heat in America, they start getting to you. So all I got to do is get fit enough for 12 rounds. No one can touch me, I don't think. That's it.
You've boxed the very best amateurs in the world. How does the pro game, how are you finding the difference between the pro game and the amateur game now? We're sort of a few fights into the pro game.
I think the pro game is a lot more tougher. The gloves are tiny, you can see how marked up easy. And, but amateur, I was going away abroad and I was winning the fights easy in some of them and they was giving them to the other guy before I got in the ring. So I thought my style suits professional. I think I'm a good entertainer and I try not to showboat, but the crowd like my style. I do well.
On the bill, Bradley Pryce fought Simone Lucas, his replacement opponent. Got the win over 6 rounds. Started off a little bit slowly, but he sort of, you could see he was a better boxer. Although to be fair, Lucas, he came to fight and he caught Bradley with a few good shots, and Bradley had to think his way through the fight, but got the win over 6.
Yeah, it was another competitive fight. Bradley just, his experience, you could see it a mile off, couldn't you? A little bit of showboating from Bradley, as he likes to do. He loves his showboating. But yeah, I thought he looked good in there. I know he'd been training really hard for Barry Jones. He's in fantastic shape. It's another win, and hopefully, if he does continue boxing and he keeps on winning, and maybe he'll get that title fight that he's striving for.
Yeah, he's looking for that one more big fight, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he mentioned in the interview we'll watch after we finish the little chat now, he said he'd like to fight Liam Williams. He mentioned Liam, and after the interview was over, he mentioned Liam as well. That'd be a fight he would like if it could be made. There's rumours of a big show possibly the end of May in Wales, in Cardiff. I mean, a Bradley Pryce or Liam Williams versus Bradley Pryce, that would probably sell in Wales just because it involves 2 Welsh boxers.
Yeah.
Obviously Liam is on the way up. Bradley is sort of a veteran fighter now. Liam sells a lot of tickets. I mean, Bradley seemed to have a lot of support there on Saturday.
Yeah.
So that'd be a good fight, I think, for Wales, within Wales on a Welsh bill.
It'd be, I think it would be a brilliant fight. Only one winner for me.
Oh yeah, you'd have to make Liam a massive favourite going into the fight.
Yeah.
But just in terms of the sort of side stories and in terms of selling a fight and a show, I think it'd be, in that respect, it'd be good. And if Bradley, he's got a few wins, it'd be easy to make in Wales, easy to sell. I mean, Bradley's self-managed,
Yeah.
So it's quite an easy fight to make. As good as opponent for Liam as possibly any other sort of guys. He's just going to fight to build up his experience.
Another thing I'd like to see, if Liam was going to fight against anyone, I'd rather him fight somebody from Britain than just a journeyman or a name from elsewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think for me, being an all Welsh fight, it just makes it that little bit extra spice to it, a little bit of sort of the Welsh boxing community in Wales is all just quite small within South Wales, and it's just like a local derby, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone loves a local derby.
Of course they do.
I interviewed Bradley after the fight, so let's see what you've got to say.
First off, Bradley, congratulations for the win. How do you assess your performance tonight?
I felt I got into the fight. I've always been a slow starter. I know Richie wanted me to change that, but it's, I'm 35 on Tuesday. It's not gonna. The slow starts with me is something I'm gonna have to deal with. I was happy with how I boxed. I was winning the rounds, and I was happy how I got my second win then in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and come on strong. I was training for 10 rounder with Barry Jones, and pretty much would have been the same on me. Start would have been quite slow, and I would have picked it up and took him out.
You had him down in the 5th round with an overhand right. How hurt was he?
I don't think he was out. Normally it was a kind of stumble and the punch kind of took him down. But it goes to show my right hand's working. I won Commonwealth title with my left hand, and I know Richie wanted me to throw the right hand, but that's something I've always needed to work on. I'm not comfortable for my right hand. That's why I hardly throw my right hand. I've always boxed with my left hand. You look at any videos, it's always been left hand, left hook, knockout. Never much from my right hand, but it's something I'm working on. And I showed a bit there that is working. Obviously, if I do get to fight Barry Jones, is a punch I need. I need to take my right hand into the fight. So yeah, it's showing that it's working, and I'm troubling people with the power of it. So quite happy with it.
You mentioned Barry Jones, the opponent who meant to be fighting tonight. What's the likelihood of that fight happening now?
Sanigar's assured us it's a fight that's going to happen next. So, Barry's not the type of guy that would, pull out unless it was for a very good reason. They're a fighting family, they love it. I don't think for a second it wasn't anything but a genuine excuse. They're good boys. But I spoke to Chris Sanigar before the show. Obviously it's frustrating for us because it's no secret that Bradley in the past has had problems with his weight, but we've got a nutritionist on board. He's followed his diet, and he has been on weight pretty much for 3 months. When you've been on weight for 3 months, it can be frustrating, but Chris has assured us the next show he puts on in Wales, it'll feature Bradley in that title fight with Barry Jones. But
I will jump in there. I wouldn't say it's a give up. I'm obviously managed myself, I manage my own career. I'm going to take myself on the best route. I've had 2 wins now. I believe that could put me in line for bigger titles. Better fights. But I'll be on the phone now in the week, see what I can get on the back of this. If nothing comes and I have to take Barry Jones' fight, I see it as an easy option. To be fair, he's a good boxer, but he shouldn't be in the same ring as me, to be honest. But I'll be looking at other options as well. Maybe something else comes up, I'm open to options. Like I said, I'm self-managed. I'm going to do what's best for me. If something comes up and is better than the Welsh title fight, I'm obviously going to take that, because I trained solid for this fight, pulled out. I'm not just going to keep hanging around with Barry Jones. I've got better things to do in my career.
In an ideal world, promotion issues aside and everything, what fight would you like? If you could handpick an opponent for your next fight, who would you have?
Any of the top 3 light middleweights. You've got Ian Williams, you've got Macklin in there now.
Brian Rose is still there. They might have moved up to middleweight. I think they box at middleweight next.
Yeah, so any of the top 3 really. Barry Jones is ranked about 5 higher than this guy I just boxed. And it's not going to beat Barry Jones. Ain't going to take me anywhere. Doesn't do nothing for me. It's just a fight. It's just a financial fight. So if I can get something a bit better, I'm going to speak to some promoters. If there's a chance for me, they're still going to be treating me like a journeyman, someone who could give the boxer a good workout, and hopefully they'll give me that opportunity, and I'll come away with a win.
On the bill as well in Newport, there was a female contest between Ashley Brace and Gabriella Maisie, I believe her name is.
Yeah.
A really good contest, spirited contest, and on paper it was a fairly good matchup.
Yeah.
I know Ashley's, I think that was her 3rd fight, but Maisie, she'd had about 10 contests, I think it was, something like that. win a few, lose a few type of record. So it was a good fight. It turns out the night it was a great little scrap.
Amazing. She looked like she come to fight. Started off fast, she was really sharp, and I thought, Ashley's gonna have her work cut out here. But Ashley soon wore her down, and I think in the third round then she put the pressure on her and knocked her down, and Macy looked slightly confused of what going on.
It's quite a heavy knockdown, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with her. She just didn't seem to know where she was afterwards, or why the referee had stopped her. But
it was a little bit worrying at one point.
Yeah, but a lot of people say they don't like watching women boxing. It's new to us, so we're gonna have to adjust to it. I don't really like to see it, but when you do watch Ashley Brace box, she's just got the talent of a great boxer.
Yeah, she's a boxer, not a woman boxer, she's a boxer.
Yeah,
but I think when we first watched women amateur boxing, the head guards, that took a while to get used to. Now watching women pros, but I think that's probably the first time I ever watched a women contest with no head guards.
Yeah.
And then it's like something different again. It's like I said, it'll take a while to get used to. But so Ashley now, she's 3 wins from 3 fights, and I expect to see her on the next Sanigar promotions. Hopefully here in Wales. Cardiff's Nathan Thorley had another solid win on the bill. 4 rounds against a tough Lithuanian opponent.
Yeah.
And solid performance. He did some great body shots. Used his jab well. Followed his instructions well from his corner.
Yeah. Looked in control from the very first bell. I thought that he was holding back. Maybe he was told to hold back, or maybe he just wanted to get the rounds in, but like I say, he was in full control. It looked like he could do whatever he wanted to do with his opponent. But yeah, like you say, it's important to get them rounds in. He got the 4 rounds in, and he done it in style. He looked good.
Yeah, I think the guy who's fighting, I don't think has he ever been stopped, or maybe he been stopped once before. So I think Nathan could probably hit them across the head with a sledgehammer. He wouldn't have knocked him out. He looked like he wasn't going anywhere, and he was messing around. And Nathan, he done well, I think, just to keep his composure. There's a guy who was sort of messing around and pulling funny faces and constantly joking about during the fight.
As soon as he landed a big shot, he was saying, was that it?
Yeah.
But a good performance from Nathan. Still, learning, and really looking forward to seeing the best in him.
It'll be interesting
in a real competitive fight as well.
Yeah. The first fight of the night in Newport was Jermaine Assar from Merthyr against Eric Maconzo. On paper, it was a good fight, and as it turns out, Maconzo actually upset Assar and knocked him out in the first round.
What an opening first fight. I was really looking forward to seeing Jermaine progress, and I had him down as one of my prospects to be watching out for, and seeing his last couple of fights, he's done really well. But he got involved in a bit of a brawl. Darren was telling him to keep his hands up tight, and box and move, but he just got drawn in.
Yeah.
Haymakers were getting thrown, and it was just a matter of time whoever landed it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think when you sort of just throw in punches so wildly as the pair of them are doing, it is sometimes just a case of who lands first. The skill level goes out the window. Yeah. And it's just Jermaine got caught and he got hurt. Yeah. And the ref stopped the fight.
He got caught. I think he got caught he got caught with a big shot, and then on his way down he looked like he got caught with another 1 or 2 on his way down, and then I think on his knee he'd actually taken another 1. So I know they were big shots.
Yeah, from where I was sitting, actually the referee was slightly my way, so I couldn't really see any of his shots.
I know he looked over to Wilson, and Wilson said, stay down. He got up for the 8 count, but his just eyes weren't there, and
because of course the side of the ring you were on was looking at him, so he clearly looked.
You could see
out on his feet.
He was out on his feet, and he didn't disagree with the decision afterwards. What an upset.
Yeah, it's a shame as well, because like you said, he was sort of progressing slowly but steadily, and he's getting a few, getting a few wins and building a little bit of momentum, and so I guess it's back to the drawing board for Jermaine. But I mean, hopefully, as we've said throughout the show today, hopefully you learn from the mistake of keeping a tight guard, defend yourself at all times. The first boxing cliches.
Yeah.
Well, that about wraps up the Merthyr show.
Newport.
Newport. That wraps up the Newport show. I think overall a good show, considering the two main fights were sort of pulled, and there was replacement opponents in there late notice. I think overall it was a very good show.
Yeah, both shows absolutely brilliant. You know, I enjoyed the pair of them, and on paper I wasn't really looking forward after, because I was looking so forward to seeing Barry Jones and Bradley Pryce, and obviously Kendi and Conquest. When they got, I sort of lost heart in it, but yeah, it was another brilliant show.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
And, really well organised, well done to the Sanigars on that.
Yeah, and hopefully I have a few rumours. We can't really say them yet, but hopefully we'll have some news of another big Sanigar show coming soon to South Wales. Another Welsh boxer who's in action, not on the Merthyr bill or the Newport bill, but in a big fight was Robbie Turley up in north of England against Thomas Ward. Unfortunately, Robbie lost the fight. I've read a few reports online and I spoke to a few people who were there. Apparently Robbie had a bit of a bad start, quite slow
start, and
but he came on strong in the second half of the fight. But I understand he had a point deducted. But from what I gather, it was a fair result, a good fight, but he unfortunately lost on points.
So it was going to be hard for him, wasn't it, fighting away from home.
Yeah.
I think he'd been out for a while as well, hasn't he? I think he could have done maybe a warm-up fight before this one, because it is a big fight.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Robbie, didn't get the decision.
Shame, yeah. But
speaking to Tony Borg yesterday, he was really, he was happy with Robbie's performance. Obviously disappointed he didn't get the decision. But he said the other guy nicked the first 4 rounds. He said he was really clever. He said Robbie did come back into it then after that, but it was a competitive fight. He's happy with the performance.
Yeah, so hopefully Robbie can come back from that.
Yeah.
I think that about sums everything up for the last couple of shows, and obviously Robbie's fight.
Yeah.
John, all's left for us to do, I think, is to thank our sponsors, Demon Shields. You see the logo there in front of us. They're on Facebook, on social media, on Twitter, for all your gum shield needs, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all next time.